as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one brought in by Jefferson. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. On play action, Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay,
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Red, yellow. Green jack. Red, cycle. Ready?
Here's Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Check right. Ready.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers to about the 33-yard line. The Vikings at 5-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
Black Ultra.
And Lance now to throw. This is caught by Addison. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now you look at the Saints defense. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
White. Ready?
Now Lance again. And this incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. Joseph's got it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing now is Carr. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. A solid stiff arm. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Lance looking to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. You look at the Saints defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football, and I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Edo blue. Ready?
And Lance going to throw. He gets it to Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
Let's go. Ready.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion. Jefferson moving in motion left.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 28. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Now a play fake. Lance. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
6. Mega. Blaster. 6. Claude Ray.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Yellow. Smash. Red. Seal. Black. Ready?
Throwing his lance on third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The kick by Joseph is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down three, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick one-pointers instead of three-pointers.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That is caught, and he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. There he goes, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now they're in the hurry-up. Into the red zone. It's Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne, 77 yards. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Lance going to try to throw for this. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On 1st down, Lance. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now is Lance. And he's got this to Jefferson. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to fight.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Green Jack. Red cycle. Set.
Now Lance. A quick throw finds T.J. Hawkinson. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Black Ultra. Ultra. Go Ultra. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Williams is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Carr will look to throw. And this will be caught. as they convert here for 2. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
Down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. They find some open field here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lance on the option right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Ready?
Lance now on first down. That is into the hands of Hawkinson downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson, 52 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Carr now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter has not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And that one drops down complete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Pete Werner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now Gold for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Striker, 3-3.
The slot man in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Lance. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
On the ready.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Fuse, yellow. Smash, red. Yellow, zoom. Steel, black.
Desperation time here. Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. At 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And they work this out past the 25. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Saints 1st down.
Carr. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Carr, he wants to change up the look here. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact, well of time there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now Osborne to return it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. This is 1st and 10.
Go pink. Slide blue. Cut.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Ready?
Now Lance. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Black shot. Red, yellow. Set.
Here's Lance. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Here's first down.
Green jack. Hey, green.
Lance back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Ball at the 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow, go. Red, cycle. Strike, check, strike. Cut, cut.
Lance looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the call to come with a blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. And when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Let's go.
They're now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready, ready.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Green. Black ultra. Hey, red. Fight, white. Hut, hut.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Joseph on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Carr. He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, wide open, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Here we go, first and goal.
Hey, 734.
Throwing his Carr. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Derek Carr using his legs to find the end zone. Just 6 rushing touchdowns in his 9 years as a Raider. Trying to show off a little bit for the new folks in New Orleans, showing another facet to his game.
Gold to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Saints 36, Vikings 29. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15.
At their own 14-yard line.
On the double.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Gun ready. Blue is striking. Set.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return comes to a home right at the 44-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your own crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are?
It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Saints, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.